on here?
I can explain.
Please do not hurt me.
On a Wednesday wrapped in a soft mist, the kind of day that drifts by unnoticed, my boots splashed through shallow puddles, poorly chosen for the damp weather. A mutual friend had set up a lunch for us at a bustling diner, where the mix of voices and clinking dishes filled the space with lively warmth. He wasn't the one carrying the conversation, but his laughter, rough, unpolished, and genuine, kept drawing my eyes back to him. His name was Liam. He didn't rely on charm or practiced lines to impress me. Instead, he listened, really listened. When I spoke, he absorbed every word with a quiet curiosity that felt rare. He even remembered my dog's name. A few days later, he sent me a picture of a beagle-shaped keychain with a simple note. "This made me think of you." That small, thoughtful gesture lit up my face with a smile. But I brushed it aside. Not because I wasn't interested, I was deeply, but because the feeling unnerved me. I had just left a relationship that began with fire and ended in exhaustion, draining me until I was cautious, wary, closed off. So when Liam showed up steady, sincere, and without pretense, I hesitated. My heart wasn't used to being treated so gently. Still, he never asked for more than I could give. Instead, he stayed present, checking in with a text, sharing a song he thought I'd enjoy, leaving small signs of care. Nothing grand, nothing staged. Just real. Eventually, I agreed to dinner. We chose a cozy bistro tucked in the heart of the city, the air scented with fresh herbs and laughter spilling from nearby tables. He held the door, pulled out my chair, and never once touched his phone. It felt natural, too natural, and that unsettled me. I was used to love being work, decoding intentions, fixing cracks, living in uncertainty. With Liam, everything felt easy, and I didn't know how to accept that. We kept seeing each other. No plans, just effortless moments. Yet I held back. Whenever he leaned closer, I'd retreat, cracking a joke, changing the subject, tucking pieces of myself out of reach. He noticed. One night, walking back from dinner, he stopped, looked straight into my eyes, and said softly, "You don't have to guard yourself with me. I'm not here to hurt you." I smiled faintly but stayed silent. I didn't trust that anyone who said those words would truly mean them. Then came the night I pushed him away for good. He'd chosen a rooftop restaurant glowing with string lights, music drifting through the air as the breeze moved softly around us. He asked about my week, listening as if my stories mattered more than anything else. Then, in a quiet moment, he leaned in and said, "I really care about you, you know." Panic rushed through me. I looked away, forced a laugh, and sipped wine I didn't even want. Finally, I said, "You're amazing, Liam, but I'm just not ready." I tried to soften the blow with a smile, but I watched the words land. His gaze dimmed, his posture stiffened like armor, and he nodded. With a small, pained smile, he called for the check. No pleading, no pushback, just quiet dignity. He paid, looked at me one last time, and said, "Take care, okay?" Then he walked away. I sat there staring at the table, convincing myself I'd done the right thing. He deserved someone whole, not someone still carrying old scars. But deep down, it wasn't Liam I doubted. It was myself. He had seen sides of me I hadn't even embraced. And instead of letting him in, I shut him out under the guise of protecting us both. That night, my phone stayed silent. I scrolled through our old messages, the silly memes, the goodnight texts, the gentle notes that had felt like quiet hugs. They held such warmth. But the next morning, his name never appeared in my notifications. Not blocked, just gone. I wanted to reach out, to say something. Anything. But what could I say? That I didn't mean it? I had meant it, at least in that moment. Days slipped into weeks, then months. I dated others. Some made me laugh, some gave me fleeting sparks, but none made me feel the safety Liam had. And that's when I understood, safety isn't ordinary. It's rare. It's a gift. One afternoon, while running errands at the market, I spotted him across the street, holding hands with someone new. She looked at him with a warmth I had never let myself give. He looked lighter, freer, genuinely happy. That's when it hit me, he wasn't waiting. He'd found someone ready to meet him fully, someone unafraid of love when it arrived. I never reached out. Not because I didn't want to, but because I knew he had found someone who saw his worth without hesitation. Sometimes we don't lose people because they stop caring. We lose them because they realize we'll never choose them with the same certainty they choose us. And maybe that's the deepest wound. Not that he left, but that I gave him every reason to. So if you ever find yourself across from someone who truly sees you, and your instinct is to retreat because it feels too steady, too kind, too real, stay. Don't let fear dictate your heart. Because saying, I'm not ready, is often just another way of saying, I'm scared. And saying you're incredible can be the quiet beginning of goodbye. I told Liam he was incredible. I told him I wasn't ready. And with a faint smile, he paid the bill and walked away.